Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see. All right. So let's just see. We're going to get an out of contact message. Someone who wants to send a message and it's not coming through, or you're not receiving it, or whatever. This could be however this works. We'll see how it goes from here. That's all the intention that I'm starting out with right now. Is this is a message from the 5D. This could be someone's oversoul. This could be someone who is a nothing but an oversoul. We shall see what comes out. All right. Let's see what messages that they have got for y'all today, or for someone who is in need of a message. All right. So let's start with what kind of energy are we dealing with? What is the overall energy to let us know what kind of person? All right, so this is definitely so feminine energy on the card. We got a Jack of Cups here. So this is definitely a Jack of Cups energy here, right? Got the fairy in the hand of a giant right there. It's a very loving energy, right? I get the kind of sense of like why am I like picturing like a King Kong? King of Hearts, right? So, yeah. I'm getting the King Kong image. I'm getting like definitely... This is someone who doesn't show a lot of emotions. Like, this is the King of Cups, right? This is a battle-tested King of Cups, right? I always have this little saying, it's just like, I don't need a knight in shining armor. I need someone whose metal has been tested. This is someone whose metal has definitely been tested, so they've been through a lot. That's a lot of armor, too, on the king. Usually the knights have the kings. In this sense, I feel like the knight energy, the energy that wants to come out, the Knight of Cups is usually the one delivering the cup, right? In this sense, it's like... I don't know, I get that song, Why Are You Always Angry? Why Are You Always Crying? There's a line on it. Doing my best to hold your heart. There's definitely a divine masculine energy. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Don't ever put me in a situation where I have to show you how heartless I can be. A lotus cannot bloom in a garden built for a rose. Easy to be myself with you. You are your own prisoner. In the beginning, the universe was created. This made a lot of people angry and has been widely regarded as a bad move. So this is someone who's definitely not only working on themselves, but I feel like they definitely, with that hand reaching out, right? And like even the King Kong thing, right? You found yourself someplace that you shouldn't be. And you yourself have yourself trapped there. Did you hear I was happy and just wanted to mess it up? I feel like this person's dealing with a lot of people in their lives that interfere with things. You got that, don't ever put me in a situation where I have to show how heartless I can be. I feel like this person is definitely got their heart blocked off for the moment, and they're doing this on purpose. Just fear me, love me, do as I say, and I will be your slave. Sometimes the only payoff for having any faith is when it's tested again and again every day. We've come this far, we might as well keep... Came this far, might as well keep going. Alright, Forrest. Alright, Forrest. We got a Forrest here. I always got these different characters, right? So you got a King Kong side of this personality, definitely a guarded person. A person that might come off like Forrest. See, there's always this misconception that Forrest was stupid, but he was also super highly intuitive. Alright. Let's get a 3D, 4D, 5D on what's going on here, and a couple of Oracle cards. Oh, yeah, we got Volcano Volatility. Something's definitely about to pop off here. What shadow is everybody dealing with? Temple of My Body. There's a lot of body images. And Masquerade. Having to wear masks. And that's the Don John. I feel like someone had put on a player-esque type of energy. That's what this mask card is about. This is about someone who was pretending to be more of a player than they are. They were trying to put off that player confident energy, but really deep down they have a lot of body issues. Right? There's definitely about to be something to pop off here though. There's a fight. Let's see if this fight involves you or is it more about them. You're getting a strong sense that it's mostly about them, like they're the ones that are in for a fight. And you know what, just because we had Jared there in the beginning too, Jareth, love me, fear me, do as I say, and I will be your slave. This is someone, definitely gives off the vibe that they need you to do what they say. For whatever reasons, right? Been a while since I used the Labyrinth deck. Don't mind me, I'm still doing some physical therapies on my thumb here. I'm telling you, it's weird, man. It's weird. Seems like every time there's some sort of injury, one, it's a collective energy. Injury, right? You'll notice a bunch of people that you know all have a similar ailment or something. Bad arm, bad shoulder. Like right now it's arm, shoulder, neck. Left hand side for most people. I'll do it. Down here, this up here, just like that. That'll work. I need noise, or I will lose my mind. I don't know if y'all can hear all my Tweety birds. Come on, here's my instrumental. Shouldn't be that far. Apologies for how horrible that probably sounds. Could be a strong message for you guys there too, right? Someone thinks someone else is savage. All right. Yeah. Do this. I'll use the skulls for the 3D. I'll use the steampunk if I need any clarifiers. Alright, let's see what's going on the 3D, 4D, 5D for this. Out of contact people here. There we go. Dreams are made of these. All right. I definitely see somebody with a plan. Okay, we definitely have some major Sagittarius energy and some major masculine fire sign energy, right? We got another Jack of Wands here, right? What is this person's goal? What are they hunting right now? The Siren. That feminine fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here, right? This is definitely major. A lot of fire. A lot of fire. A lot of fire. What are both? See, I got these two on either side, right? This person's definitely the hunter energy moving towards this. This is the person that's definitely putting out kind of a siren-esque type of call, right? Right? So this person is definitely working towards balancing, right? They're balancing and they're trying to get into this solitary Nine of Cups, right? We always talk about the Nine of Cups is like the wish fulfillment card, but the person in the card is usually sitting alone, right? Even in this one, right? She's sitting on like a razor's edge. I think that's pretty cool. Right? So this is that Nine of Cups energy. This is the energy that people are trying to get into. This person is working towards balancing out to get some wish fulfillment. And they need to make some physical movement for sure. They're working on making that physical movement towards this character. Alrighty. On the 40, what's on this person's mind? This person's still battling a lot with being left out in the cold. This could be a lot of financial issues that they're also coming into balance with that Two of Pentacles there on the bottom, right? This is the Five of Pentacles. This feels kind of being like they feel kind of locked out. And I feel like they're actually using this to their advantage, right? They're trying to overcome this. They're finding the strength within themselves, right? Strength within themselves. They're allowing themselves to be pulled. I like this card because this comes along with the taking your hands off the wheel and allowing yourself to be pulled, right? Here we got that, what I was just talking about. Building it within, realizing that stairway to heaven, the stairway to the kingdom of heaven is within. That's a big teaching of the Buddhist monks. Thich Nhat Hanh talks about that. You know, you can enter the kingdom of heaven whenever. You don't have to wait till you die. It's something that is within you, right? That is the definition also of that Nine of Cups energy, right? There's definitely working towards balance, and there's definitely a working towards justice right now, right? Justice. Balancing out themselves to balance out justice. Don't mind my nails, y'all. Definitely focus on that. That also could be something that left out in the cold, that locked out. They could be locked out of something or whatever the issues is that is blocking them. They're finding the strength to get themselves through it to get that justice. Right? Now the 5D is interesting because, what do we got here? We got a reverse Three of Swords. I feel like this is on the 5D too. And so the 5D is saying that the main higher purpose, higher person, oversoul, whatever main guides of this person is trying to help them come out of third party situations. So it's talking about that justice, that out in the cold, that energy that's on the other levels, what they're working to balance and overcome is coming out of third-party situations. Coming out of, and third-party situations doesn't mean that somebody's cheating. That's not always what it means. It can be, but for the most part, it's someone who has a lot of influence in your life. They have an ability to fuck with you, pretty much. They have ability to mess with you. They have an ability to mess with you in one way, shape, or form. And they definitely have a way to mess with you when it comes to your relationships, right? This could be either an outside source that is codependent on this person and they don't want them to leave. This could be like a mother that, whatever, doesn't like you for whatever reason and that's a voice in their ear. This could be like a baby mama, right, that is out to cause rumors, drama, havoc. Just going to be a general pain in the ass so that they can scare off any possible outside relationships, right? They're out to sabotage this relationship. And that's what this person is really overcoming, right? They're learning how to defend themselves. And they're trying to do it within a certain level of moral fortitude, right? Because you got a lot of kings and jacks with this person, and this person has a lot of, yeah, this person has a lot of, you get the Knight of Pots reversed, right? Now the Knight of Pots upright, right? This is the abundant energy, right? This is what I like about this deck too. It's the food energy. Now the Knight of Pots, he's the kind of person, what, he's got the pot going. I even got the, like, the story of the stone or whatever, right? He's able to attract. All right, so I'll give you the story of the stone, the secret stone, right? So there's this guy and he's traveling from village to village to village, right, on his own. And whenever he shows up at a village and the villagers come out, he starts making a soup, right? And he takes this big pot and he has this special rock that he has sitting on the side, and someone comes out and they're like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I'm going to make a soup out of stone, right? And he puts the stone in the pot and starts boiling it, and they're like, well, I would like to try some. He goes, well, I have a thing. If you would like to try some, then we need, you bring something to add to the soup and I'll be happy to share some of my soup with you. So all the villagers end up coming out and they each end up putting their own thing in the pot, right? Different vegetables, whatever each person grows, right? And then at the end, they all share this bowl of soup, and the traveler ends up taking his stone and moving on to the next town. Do you see what happened there? Do you see how that person was able to turn a rock into food? And now that's an abundant type of energy, right? Definitely getting that with this, especially with like groceries being ridiculous and stuff right now, right? This is reversed. So this is someone who, for whatever reason, instead of attracting in that kind of energy, seems to always be bleeding it out instead. And I have a feeling it has a lot to do with this, a lot of guilt tripping and things like that. I feel like that feels almost a sense of obligation to do these things sometimes, right? And they're trying to work on defending themselves about it, right? Because you get that Knight of Pots reversed. They could even be working, that's how they're working on cutting off these people, right? It's like they're coming to these epiphanies to defend themselves against people who aren't putting anything in the pot with them, right? You want all this stuff from me, but you're not putting anything in the pot, right? You can't come to dinner, you can't come to the potluck and not bring something to the potluck, right? Type of energy. Right? And the reason I'm saying all that is because you got the King of Swords here, right? This is the King of Feathers, King of Swords, the wise owl, the one who's starting to learn these truths to see, right? I mean, because there's a giving energy, and you have to give in order to receive. And I get this strong thing, and this has been coined by a lot of like relationship experts and things like that. And it's like, invest and see what your return is, right? You always want to invest in people first, right? You always have to, true faith is you have to go and just truly, you give, and then you see what you get in return. And then you give, and then you see what you get in return. And then you see if that's an equal give and take that keeps coming, right? If it's not an equal give and take, after a while, you have to realize, I need to cut this person off. Why? Because it's never even with them. It's never even with them, right? These are the energies they're trying to cut out, because those are the people that are leaving them in that Five of Pentacles, depression energy there on the bottom. And that's what they're getting the strength to overcome, right? Yeah, we got the Three of Junk here at the end, right? And I don't know if 33 is important. So you got the Three of Swords reversed here, but you got the Three of Junk upright here, right? So this is definitely a cutting out of those who are not contributing to the pot and focusing on those who do contribute to the pot, right? Who do contribute to it. And I know a lot of people are like, well, the person who brought the stone didn't do anything. Did they? Did they? In the story, all the people in the village were hungry. Everybody was hungry. Everybody was having a hard time. Everybody was sick of just eating their own crop all the time. And this one person, that's the Nine of Pentacles upright energy, inspired the whole village to come together and work as a team, right? Didn't give you guys a whole lot though, huh? All right, so that's what this person has going on for them. Let's see. What message does this person, what energy does this person want the person that they're locked out or blocked out of contact with to know? Besides that they feel like King Kong and all that. Oh man. I really don't watch a lot of TV now, but I watched a lot of TV growing up. My family was big movie buffs, so my uncles and my cousins work in movies. All right. Wow. Okay. So what do we got? We got the Queen of Fire here again. We got the Hierophant in the middle. We got the Queen of Junk. We got the Knight of Poles. So we definitely have a lot of passionate energy towards you here with this Knight of Poles, but guarded because it is the Knight, right? But guarded because it is the Knight, right? So this person has a lot of passionate energy. I love that he's riding on a steed that wants to make move towards the Queen of Poles energy, right? Right? She's the one who kind of keeps the goblins in check and things like that, right? She's passionate, she's fun. She has a lot of vibrant energy, right? I guess she's got that mop with the horns on it and stuff like that, right? So this is definitely a interesting Queen of Poles energy versus the Queen of Fire there at the bottom, right? With the Queen of Clubs, with the siren-esque type of energy. Love this deck. Right? Definitely. This is someone who gets things done, but she does it in a passionate, vibrant way, and she can kind of inspire people and stuff like that. And that's what's making this person really want to move towards you, right? They want to move towards you, but here's the thing. They recognize they're the Hoggle, right? With this and the Hierophant. Now, with Hoggle in this deck, Hoggle takes care of the labyrinth, right? And even in the movie, he's really about self-preservation, right? And he's about taking care of his responsibilities. And here it's showing him at the very beginning where he's actually blasting fairies, right? In the beginning of the movie, when she first goes to enter the labyrinth, he has to help her get into the labyrinth, and he's spraying fairies with poison and killing them. And she picks one up, and she's like, oh, and it bites her, and he laughs at her. He's like, oh, what did you think they were going to do? She's like, I don't know, grant wishes. And he's like, that's not how it works here, you know? That's Hoggle. Hoggle has all the information. Hoggle also knows how to get in and out of the oubliette. Hoggle knows every nook and cranny of that labyrinth, and he takes care of taking care of it, right? We got the Queen of Junk here. And I'm definitely getting these are the two sides of the masculine personality that's going on here, right? This is someone who wants to make these passionate moves. They want to embrace these energies, right? This is very close to this energy here, right? That we started out with. So it's not a lack of passion or anything else like that. Also, this person, when it comes to the passion part, look at that helmet that thing's wearing, right? It can't really see where it's going. If you remember in the movie, they're kind of like their helmet's always getting turned around, and they tend to get lost a lot, right? So there's this kind of energy, I feel like lost in responsibility too, right? And that's what they're trying to navigate. It's not a lack of passion towards it. And you got this person, right, who likes to make it fun to handle all these things, right? You get the mop and everything else like that, right? But at the same time, I feel like this person could be a bit of a hoarder here with the Queen of Junk. Now, the Queen of Junk, and I love it in this deck because if you really want to get down to it, I always talk about that too, about how some people are really good at manifesting money. Some people are really good at manifesting stuff. But here's the problem with people who can manifest stuff, is they tend to hold on to things a lot, right? I'm getting a strong sense that yeah, this person is also overburdened with responsibilities, and the responsibilities is a lot of past responsibilities as well, right? In the movie, this character is the one in the dumps, right? And these are the girls who didn't make it out of the labyrinth, all right? They got weighed down. They got bogged down. What did they get bogged down with? Sentimental things. Oh, here's your teddy. Here's your teddy. Here's your lipstick. Here's your lipstick. Here's your this. Here's your that. And Sarah's sitting there in front of her mirror in her fake room. You know, they made the illusion of her room, of her house, of her comfort zone. And then she comes up behind her and she's like, oh, and remember this? And she puts something else on her back. And here's your teddy. And here's your carousel. And here's your this. And and she starts building up her back and starts forming Sarah into this same character. Right? Get a lot of sense too, and it does correspond with it, a lot of responsibilities and things like that. If you feel super weighed down, yeah, be mindful of what you're carrying around. Definitely getting a strong energy for this person for a clean and a purge, or this person's in the process of a clean and a purge, right? Recognizing that this is a direction that you could possibly be heading in if you don't make any chances to change. I would like to say, I'm going to get a real quick. See, now in the movie, who saves her? Who saves Sarah from that? Who's seen the labyrinth, right? Who saves her, right? What? You got Bluto, Hoggle, and is the guy with the dog there? Oh, what the hell is his name? Sir something. Her friends end up shattering the mirror and breaking in through the roof, right? And reminding her that she was on a mission to save Toby, her stepbrother. Don't forget what the mission is, right? Five of Wands. Yeah, I get a lot of conflict in between this. What do we got here? And the Hangman, right? Yeah, there's a lot. I feel like whatever these two energy is just a lot of stuck energy. Speaking of Bluto, or Ludo, I believe. Ludo, yeah. Hangman. Upside down. And I like it because I thought about how, how I talk about how Ludo saves Sarah. You forget that in the beginning of the movie, it's first Sarah who saves Ludo, and she saves them from these guys. Right? These guys are running around. They had little sticks with the bitey things on them, and they're biting him, and he's all tied up. And there's no reason for them to be doing this to Ludo. He's just a sweetheart, right? He's just a big sweetheart. And she ends up helping him down and everything. And then they get separated. So I definitely get an energy of handling a lot of responsibilities, cleaning up. Access stuff needs to be done. These are all the things that are causing these conflicts that are in the way that have got you both in these hangman situations. And I got a mutual saving energy for sure. It's not so much saving, but it's, it is, but it isn't. Inspiration, that's a lot for people. Anything else? Got the Ace of Junk and the Six of Cups here. And the Six of Pots talks a lot about nostalgic and remembering things from the past. And the Ace of Junk is about making those moves on the 3D, working on making moves from the 3D. I feel like, especially with the message of Toby and everything else, it's a lot of trying to recreate childhood memories without, or something, there's something simple and nostalgic that they're trying to bring into fruition. How are we doing? 30 minutes? All right, this will be the last set. Let's see what we got here. There's something that's not being seen, something that's not being discovered, something that's not being pursued, right? The Two of Wands, right? Yeah. Is about progress and discovery, right? This is reversed. There's something that still hasn't been discovered yet. There's definitely something that's going to cause a tower, right? There's something that's definitely a tower coming. Towers coming. We got the 9 of Wands here, which speaks a lot about defensiveness, right? Now the 7 of Rods is more about defensiveness. The 9 is like a preserving of it, right? It's a perseverance through it, right? There's going to be discoveries and things learned that are going to be causing towers to this energy, right? Or towers within each side's perspective energy, right? That's going on. If you're truly matched up with this person, they're going to be going through similar things, like similar amount of chaos, right? Going on, right? And the 9 of Rods isn't so much about defending that energy, but it's the perseverance and resilience to hold on to what it is that you're working towards, right? What it is that your goals are, whatever it is, whether you're going for, to save Toby, or whatever it is you're working towards within your own life, or you just trying to get yourself out, right? This is for your joint energy for this reading. What is the perseverance? What is the resilience? What are they holding on to? What are they working towards defending to see at the end, when all this tower and everything else and the rubble is clear, right? The dust is clear out of the rubble. The Lovers, the Dancers, the ultimate twin flame card, right? That's the energy that's being worked towards. That's the fever dream. That's what's saving both of them from the labyrinth, right? That's what's driving the wands. That's what's doing it. All right. Now remember, we got the Temple of my body here, right? If you are going through a lot of struggles and pain and things like that, it is a time to be really mindful of your body, right? This card, I always get like that anorexic feel, right? And it's a matter of, if you're going to be healthy, if you're so worried about your body image and you want to make adjustments to your health, or adjustments to that, do it in a healthy way. Don't do it in an unhealthy way. It's unsustainable, right? Don't starve yourself, right? Don't, balance it. Find a balance in it, right? If your body is a divine vessel, treat it as such, right? You got the Masquerade here, that Casanova Don John energy, right? These masks need to be come off. People need to be who they are. Stop pretending to be who you're not, because that's exactly how you push people away. Right? Definitely a major explosion coming, and I feel like this is going to be something that's going to rock both sides. It could be 2 separate explosions, but there's definitely some major towers and things like that coming. Definitely some major explosive energy that's going to be causing these changes. I always say be careful what you wish for, because you're going to get it. Generally you're going to get it, right? One of my big messages with that too is, a woman years ago was always diving in on the money spells and things like that, and the money and abundance spells, and all those little things, and they were constantly putting into it, but they never put any plans into play. They never made any physical moves on the 3D to make more money. They never played a lotto ticket. They never started any side hustle. They never did anything to call in that money on the 3D. So what happened eventually? They ended up having a house fire and losing their whole house. So she technically got what she wanted. She got lots and lots of money, but she lost all her stuff. Well, also, After all that goes down, you're left with what is most important to you. She said her family was still fine, and they did have at least the money to rebuild their lives, right? And they got that fertile island that's left behind after the volcano. And that's even with arguments and things like that, right? I love how these two are, there's two faces in the sky. I never noticed that before, right? I feel like there's going to be some explosions to escape from these stuck energies. And then after the blow up, after the explosion, that's what leaves behind these fertile grounds, right? Volcanic islands grow the most fertile crops. One final message from intuitive cards to think about on this. Resilience. It's just a matter of resilience, right? It's a matter of resilience. I like that you got the lotus there as well. All right. Any last things you want to say before we roll out? A person playing a role will eventually forget their lines. Pay attention. The act cannot go on forever. Definitely a call. Like, if with this resilience card and everything that just came out and how that's come out in the reading a bunch of times, it's, if you're constantly coming for readings about this person, you keep getting the same energy and they keep putting off the same energy, understand that a person playing a role will eventually forget their lines. It takes about 3 months, and a person will generally break character if they're faking. What do we got here? You are not a god. Pull the trigger and find out. Right? There's definitely someone who's got an amped up energy going on right now. He'll only leave you better off, right? I get that sense of having to let go of not only things, but people are need to be let go of too, right? And you'll be better off if you just let go of your old comfort zones. I got you lean against me and I'll lean right back against you, and that way neither of us have to sleep with our heads in the mud. That's Forrest and Bubba, right? All that we are is a result of what we have thought. That's what we were just talking about too. And I got she only sleeps when it's raining. All right. Well, I hope that helps somebody out today. Remember, buttons, bells, subscribe, all that good jazz. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love y'all, and I'm going to be back just as soon as I can, I promise.